Hello, I'm David Skidmore. I'm Honorary Director of the Arboretum and I'm Chair of Tatton Garden Society.
Lovell Quinta Arboretum in Cheshire is a woodland treasure run by the esteemed Tatton Garden Society. This arboretum, born in the 1950s, was created by a local legend whose identity might just surprise you. Set on 25 acres of land, it houses a multitude of national plant collections, including a rare assortment of conifers and ferns, which are rarely found in the UK.
The Arboretum itself was started by Sir Bernard Lovell, the famous radio astronomer. Not only was he passionate about radio astronomy, but he was also passionate about trees. But he ended up with about 2,500 different trees and shrubs, and he formed some national collections. As he got older, he wanted to make sure that the Arboretum was protected. He was Vice President and President of Tatton Garden Society and felt it would be appropriate for us to take over. Since then, we've extended the collections. We've planted a lot more trees and shrubs. This is the entrance to the Arboretum, and when you come in, it takes you down to an area. It contains another of my favourite trees in the Arboretum, which is a fastigiate oak, and you can see that in front of us, a real feature tree, and it's a fantastic tree. How the lower branches know to be in the right position and stop growing, and the top grows, but it's a wonderful tree. And behind it, it's framed by Scots pines. To the left here, quite an unusual tree in Britain. This is a Nothofagus, a southern beech, which has grown into a fantastic tree. We have three national collections. The National Collection of Ash, which has about 40 different types of ash. The National Collection of Pines, which is about 60 pines, and now the National Collection of Oaks, which is about 80 different oaks, which come from all over the world. This begins part of the National Oak collections. One of the trees I just wanted to show you was this Quercus phellos, which is the willow oak. And it's a really interesting example because you wouldn't guess it was an oak at all, but this is quite a fascinating specimen of an oak tree when you look at the long leaves that come out of this. So here you can see the main bulk of the oak collection, and here again is a very unusual oak, leaves that don't look like oak leaves at all. So that's what I'd like people to come and look at, all the different types of oaks and all the different forms that they have. So this is the bulk of the National Collection of Ash, but of course the National Ash Collection is suffering from ash dieback, which is sweeping across the country and affecting a lot of ash. We do have ash from Asia, which is mainly resistant, so we do have quite a lot of ash that continues to grow and unaffected by the ash dieback. We are hanging onto a lot of the ash collection, and there are some interesting types like the weeping ash. We have a large number of pines here. Pines aren't necessarily something that people think of for the garden, but actually they're wonderful structural trees, and some have fantastic needles. I'm going to show you a Bhutanese pine, an umbrella pine, and you'll see how fantastic some of the needles can be. So just look at the length of those needles in the tree there. Wonderful thing to look at. We're also a partner garden with the Royal Botanic Garden of Edinburgh, where they have the International Conifer Conservation Programme. So we have a large collection of rather special conifers, firs as well as pines, in that national collection. The lake is a very pleasant place to come and sit. We've just restored the lake. It had lost all its water and we've just restored it a year last March, so it's particularly pleasing to see that. So this is the lake that was created originally by Sir Bernard and his family, and it forms a beautiful setting for the reflections for the surrounding trees. So on either side we've started planting up, so this is all new planting of yellow flag iris and marigolds, ferns, got some reed mace in there, hostas on the far bank. We have some fantastic ancient oaks here, which are likely to be more than 400 years old. These are a special treasure that we have in the Arboretum. What happens in an ancient tree is that they actually go through something called retrenchment, where they get smaller. Apart from the feature of retrenchment in an ancient tree, they also get hollow cavities. So this is a natural part of the tree's development. As it gets older, it can live like this for several hundred more years. And it's fascinating because it provides lots of food for rare insects that need dead wood. But as the centre decays, it goes into little particles of wood, and that fertilises the tree. So actually it gets a second boost from the centre of the tree decaying like that. June time is more of a leafy time, so it's not as spectacular as some of the other times of the year, but all the trees are in full leaf, and we do have some very nice cornice which have come out. Now we're standing in something called the Birch Avenue here, which starts up there, and you can see it curves around over the banks of the River Dane down there. The Birch Avenue came from a trip that Sir Bernard Lovell made to Russia. He was very struck by the Birch Avenue at Tolstoy's house, so he decided to recreate it here. So this is his example. The wind coming across the River Dane has caused the trees to develop a curved shape at the bottom, and it's a lovely feature as it stretches down. Now, the story for this is that when Hippocrates was teaching his students in Greece thousands of years ago, he taught under one of these trees, which is now called the Oriental Plane. This came from a seedling from a park in Shropshire, which was supposed to have come from a seedling from the tree that Hippocrates sat underneath. Because they don't last for thousands of years, I think they've missed several generations out there, but it's always a good story to have the Hippocratic tree here in the Arboretum. It's wonderful to just come and walk around. It's such a peaceful place. And every season is different, so you almost feel as if you're in a different place each time you come along at a different season. There are visitors who like to come for recreation, and I just want them to go away having that feeling of having had a peaceful time here. On top of that, I'd really like people to take an interest in the plants and realise it's not just a place for walking. It is a special place full of wonderful trees. Everyone virtually is labelled, so you can look at the labels and learn about the trees. And I'd really like the Arboretum to be an inspiration to people to come along, learn about trees and the other shrubs as well.
Lovell Quinta Arboretum is open all year round except for Christmas Day. For more information on how to visit, head over to the link in the description or visit horticulture.co.uk for more. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to Horticulture magazine for videos like this one. Thanks for watching!